Some places carry stories older than the people who live there. The village of Kachikwu in 1994 was quiet, surrounded by thick forests and wide red clay fields. Smoke rose from small homes, and the riverbed called Odomiri lay dry, as if the land itself refused to hold water. The people of Kachikwu had lived there for generations, and the elders always spoke of things that could not be seen, and some paths were never meant for children to walk. Behind the village lay the forest of Alanta. It was a dark place, filled with tall iroko trees and strange shadows. The elders warned, when the sun begins to fall, do not enter Alanta. That is when Nduka Oma wakes. Nduka Oma was a shadow spirit that walked without feet, hunting for children's joy and laughter. The boys of Kachikwu did not believe in such things. They were 11 friends who called themselves the 11 Brothers. They ran through the village together, played football on the red clay field, climbed mango trees, and chased goats across the farmlands. One evening, curiosity and daring pushed them beyond their limits. "Let's go to the iroko tree at the center of Alanta before dark," said one of the older boys. "Whoever touches it first is the boss for the week." Obina, the youngest, hesitated. His heart pounded. He remembered his grandmother's words. "Do not go near the forest when the sun begins to fall. Not everything that moves is alive." But the others laughed, teasing him, and he was pulled along. As they entered Alanta, the forest seemed to swallow the sounds of the village. Birds were silent. The wind did not stir. Even the crickets had vanished. A heavy silence filled the air. The boys could feel it pressing against their skin, crawling into their hair, and whispering along their shoulders. When they reached the giant iroko tree, the ground beneath their feet felt strangely cold. They shivered, but they dared not turn back. Then they heard it, a whisper, soft and low, echoing through the trees. 11, you came too close." The boys froze. From the shadows, a long, thin figure emerged. Its feet did not touch the ground. Its body stretched impossibly tall, and its eyes glowed a soft, yellow light. It was Nduka Oma. Obina remembered his grandmother's warning. "If you ever see a spirit that moves without feet, do not look at its eyes. If you do, it will take your shadow." He fell to the ground, pressing his face into the soil, closing his eyes tightly. But the others screamed, turning and running. Obina could hear everything. The spirit called each boy by name, slowly, deliberately. One by one, their shadows ripped from the ground like cloth tearing. He could hear their struggles, their shouts fading into the cold, heavy air. The forest grew colder. The wind rose, swirling dust and leaves around him. The shadows merged, forming a tall figure, stretching above the boys like smoke. Then silence. Obina felt the shadow reaching for him. It pulled at his feet, tugging at his very being. In desperation, he clutched the small charm his grandmother had tied around his neck that morning. A simple calabash meant to protect him from hungry eyes. The pulling stopped. The shadow hissed, a sound like dry leaves scraping across stone. "The old woman protects you, but she cannot protect them," it whispered. And just like that, the shadow disappeared. Obina crawled out of the forest, barefoot and trembling. His heart raced. His breath came in short gasps. He dared not look back. When he reached the village, he collapsed. His shadow was faint, almost invisible, as if the spirit had tried to take it as well. For weeks he could not speak. He trembled at the thought of the forest, of the eyes, of the whispers. When he finally told the elders what had happened, the village was stunned. The other 10 boys had vanished completely. No footprints, no bodies. Only their shadows had been taken, trapped in the forest by Nduka Oma. For years, the villagers avoided Alanta at dusk. Some said that on quiet nights, you could hear children laughing in the trees, or see 11 small shadows running along the walls of empty houses. The elders taught every child, not every mystery should be challenged. Some things are older than us, and we must respect them. Obina grew up carrying the memory of that night, and he never again stepped near the forest. He never laughed the same. He never forgot the lesson. Life has unseen forces, and we must respect them.